Do you want me to, My name is Thadia Janice Marley. Today is Saturday, December 31st, 1983. I, Thadia Janice Marley, agree that everything that I say are entirely my words and nothing but the truth. I do know my Miranda rights, and I give my consent for this tape to be used in any sort of legal prosecution or investigation. Could you tell me why I'm here again? As much as I'd love to help you guys out, it is New Year's Eve, so I'd prefer not to be here all night.
I just want to ask you a couple questions.
All right.
Did you know my wife was in the CIA?
I did not. But it is really horrible what happened to her. I'm sorry.
Yeah, the thing about when you're in the CIA is that you are not allowed to tell anybody you are in it until you leave.
I'm sorry, I don't know how this is relevant to me.
When my wife died, it broke me. Tore me to pieces. And to find out that there was this part of her. I mean, she knew everything about me. What cereals I like to eat, every car that I had ever driven, and there was this whole half of her that I had never seen. Do you know how that felt?
I'm sure it felt horrible.
Oh, you're right. All I had left there were these memories just replaying in my head.
Well, at least you had that. And sometimes memories are stronger than the real thing.
Yeah, there's this one memory. This one memory, it just sticks out, you know? My wife and I, we used to always go to this big field about 5 miles south of here. Just this field falls far off into the distance. Have you ever been to Chesterfield?
Never.
You ought to go. Life-changing. So my wife and I, we would go, and our favorite thing to do was pick these flowers. We'd pick these giant bouquets of flowers, and then we'd come back together and give them to each other. So one day, I found these absolutely beautiful flowers, and I don't know, I mean, they grew downwards off a branch, like a white dress cascading to the earth. So I picked a bunch of them, and I brought them back to my wife. And what you need to understand about my wife is that she was the kindest person you will ever meet. I mean, like, real nice. I'm not sure if you know the type.
Excuse me?
And I bring these flowers to her, and do you know what she does? Whacks them out of my hand. I'm super caught off guard. I say, why did she do that? And she just says, I don't like those flowers. Oh no, I don't like them one bit. She drags me in the car, and we go home. That's weird, right? Like, it's the one non-positive memory I have of her. I mean, fights were always resolved. We always talked everything through. But this time, just felt like I did nothing wrong, you know?
How is any of this relevant to me?
So imagine my surprise when I find these same flowers just scatter all over your office.
Okay. It sounds like your wife and I have different tastes in floral arrangements. Is that a crime?
No, but murder is.
Whoa. There, buddy, that's a jump.
I'm gonna tell another story.
How about you don't?
I'll ask the questions here.
And I'll answer them. The reason that you're doing all of this, because you weren't satisfied that you didn't have this huge genius detective moment when you solved the chem case. You brought in a subject, and he told you everything.
That's not what happened.
Handed to you on a silver platter, but you didn't like that. You wanted to look like this hero who overcame their faults of brash unprofessionalism.
That is not what's
Huge
happening.
faults that by my standards should permanently disqualify you from being a...
Let me tell my fucking story! don't you give those files a gander?
Why? I don't know what this is.
No? You don't recognize them?
No, do I look like a cop?
These are the leaked files. It's called Project Midnight. And it reveals that the CIA was testing to see if they could mind control these young men. Yeah. CIA agents drugging young men in bars to see if they could bring out their barbaric side during sex. Torture. Undoubtedly scarred these men for life. You know, most people would never believe it. Most people don't believe it. But then the files were leaked. CIA was forced to end the project. Or so they said.
What? They didn't? That's insane.
Cut the crap, Thadia.
Oh, I don't know what you're talking
I know
about.
it's so full of mean. I know that you are partnered with the CIA. And you have been controlling your employees, and you have used it to commit thousands and thousands of crimes. Didn't you? Didn't you? And I know you killed her. And Kemp. And who knows how many others. How could you? How could you?
Oops. You're thorough, Terrence, I'll give you that. I really didn't expect anyone to suspect anything. Probably because most people are fucking idiots, but you are a little different. But you're not like me. But I am a humble woman, so I will give you some credit. I really, really did not expect you to bring up Lily in that interview. It was that damn promotion. Rexton knew nothing. We should have known better.
Why?
Why not? I'll be the richest person in the entire world. Anyone that opposes me, I can just convince to agree with me. Our drug can be spread through the air. We can drop it on entire countries at once. It's genius. Create a drug that makes people forget, which will make the people that made it forget that we've ever made it. And it'll keep on growing and growing until we have factories all over the world.
Well, it all ends today.
No. Our production is far from over. This is just the beginning.
I just blew the lid off of your whole operation. I have cops outside. I will call them in, and they will throw you in jail for the rest of your life.
Why don't you call them in here, then?
Okay. Paula! Get in here! She just confessed to everything. Take her away. Paula, what are you doing?
Sorry, kid.
Paula!
I didn't tell you about my background in the CIA. Well, I wanted to tell you, but as you may have heard, you're not supposed to tell anyone.
What are you going to do to me?
I don't know. But I do know we're going to do this whole thing over, and this time, you'll get it right.
How? You're trash.
Excuse me?
You come in here day after day telling me about the importance of cleaning up my act to be a better cop. Fuck you.
I never said clean up your act. I said act like you've been cleaned up.
I cannot believe that I actually looked up to you. You're nothing.
You know, I don't see much of a difference between us. We both break the rules. We both get a little violent sometimes. The difference is I know how to control myself so I don't look like a fucking fool.
You really want to know the difference between you and me? I am a shit cop with a broken mind. You're just a broken cop with a shit mind.
Are we ready to go? Let's get this over with.
What are you doing? No!